Look at the scene.
It's great, isn't it?
Isn't it nice?
I mean, like, what a location. And for these two cars,
you know,
perfect, Larry.
If I just took a picture here,
yeah,
it's almost like you couldn't tell what year it is.
Yeah. Right.
You know, it's just like at home, in the desert,
yeah,
on a Drelike bed.
Sort of timeless.
It's so cool.
Yeah, right? Like, you could imagine this car, like, ripping across the plains of East Africa in the Safari Rally in 1971. Yeah, for sure.
So this one belongs to a mutual friend of ours. This one is Randy Jaff's vehicle.
I think so.
We did have a chance to check this out at his facility a couple of years back, but you guys actually built this as a tribute vehicle. This is the new Z.
Yep. For
the 2023 SEMA show.
Exactly. So this is something I wanted to do for a few years. Like, when I saw the original 240, the Fair Lady that ran in the Safari Rally, when I saw that in the Zama collection in Japan, I was like, oh, it's just, you know, such an iconic car. I love rally cars. I love driving on gravel. And I was like, I want to do a tribute to that car. And then this came along, and that was the idea.
I'm kind of speechless. Honestly, it looks right.
Yeah, I'll have to admit, I was a bit nervous about this. You know, wasn't sure how the thing would come out. You know, do we get the ride height right? And to me, the stance is just perfect, right? With the wheels and tires, the size, the ride height increase, the clearance of it. To me, it looks really good with the proportions of the vehicle, like the length of everything. So yeah, I'm delighted.
And is there a reason why you didn't do this with the 350 or the 370?
Well, I don't know. I wasn't around for the 350 working on this stuff. This is something I wanted to do for a few years and thought we could do it with the 370. We never quite got around to it. And then we're like, okay, well, let's do it with the new Nissan Z.
We'll just check this one out real quick, and then we'll talk about all of the new stuff on here. So this is a tribute car. Obviously, this is not the real vehicle. The real vehicle is in the Zama collection at Nissan, which I've had a chance to photograph them a couple times.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about those vehicles, they're actually still dirty from the last rally that they were actually in.
Yeah. What I love is that when the guys that run that collection decided to restore that car, it was just mechanical rest so that it could run and drive, and they didn't touch anything else, right? So it looks as it was.
There's still like trash in it.
Yeah.
There's still dirt on it.
Yeah. Well, and I saw that car years ago in Zama, and you know, that was it. And I was like, it hadn't been touched then. It looked almost like they just rolled it off the trailer.
Yeah, and this one is like what it would have looked like if it was new, basically at the start line, just as clean as it can be. The wheels are inspiration, you know, like from that period. Everything, like all of this stuff is functional, right? Because this is like a door handle thing where you can jump on it and get it unstuck if it gets stuck.
This car is pretty much as much of an exact replica as you could make, down to the size of the type and everything, right? And yeah, these were steps because it was the driver and the navigator who had to manage that whole rally. You know, if they got stuck in the silt or mud or whatever, they'd jump on the back of this and grab Han to add some weight.
It's just so crazy. I love this, the map. If I remember correctly, I think Randy was telling me that these instruments are actually from a Huey, including the map light, but this is just so cool. Like, I love the interior. So this is actually going to be displayed at the Nissan booth at SEMA.
Exactly. Tribute car and the car that inspired it. So, you know, on the outside, you know, we didn't want it to be an exact copy of that because, of course, it wouldn't work. It's a newer car, right? But again, it was, let's show the inspiration and do a tribute to this. So, of course, light pods, you know, but here, different design, of course, than what we're done there. They've got our Nismo 4-inch driving lights. We've got them on the A-pillars with custom mounts that were fabricated.
This is so cool. And it's mounted to like this little...
Yep, a little like bash guard, sump guard underneath here. Our 6-inch driving lights.
So then, Carl Phillips, that's you.
Yep.
Who's Tommy Pike?
So Tommy Pike is the guy behind Tommy Pike Customs. So Tommy was the guy that we partnered with to build this car for us for SEMA. So he did our awesome Sunny EV pickup conversion for last year's SEMA show. So the guy is just meticulous about attention to detail and just has a great creative eye for things on the vehicle. So I knew he was the man to do this.
It looks...
And he delivered. Like,
it just looks so
knocked
good.
it out of the park. Yeah.
So you got the light pods. They made all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, the big thing is the wheel and tire combo.
Yeah, I love that. Like, to me, the wheels, right? So we have our wheel supplier that we use for all of our most of our new Nismo wheels. We had them custom make a set specifically for this car. They're 17 by 7.5, as I recall, because we wanted that proper, tall profile tire. And these are some pretty beefy Yokohama mud terrains.
I can't believe you fit MTs on this.
Yeah, it's the right look, and they were available in the right size, right? We needed that narrow, tall profile, and we just thought these really fit the bill. So
it's a squared setup, 225, 65, 17. So it being a 17-inch means it actually went down in size.
Right. The stocks are 18, so they went down in size. So we had to do some custom work on the brakes. So this uses the base Z calipers and the rotors, but we had to do some custom work with some brackets to relocate the calipers and get it to package properly.
Otherwise, it wouldn't fit.
Yep.
Because this is also narrower and the offset is...
Yeah.
It's actually sunken in, which kind of... it actually does match with that vehicle.
Yeah.
It matches with the original Rally.
Yeah, and that was a tough thing to figure out, like where the offset needed to be, but we wanted it to be correct, right? So, or as close as possible.
And I'm assuming they built it in a way where it doesn't rub and it has like full movement, full articulation.
The whole thing, fully drivable, functional, yeah.
So then...
And honestly, I can't wait till the SEMA show's over so I can go out and go for a rip in this
so we can
thing.
go over some of these jumps
exactly.
and whoops. Okay.
Probably not
not today, but after the show. So then tell me, what else did you guys have to do to the suspension to make this work?
Yeah, so obviously the raised ride height, it's 2 inches higher than stock, sitting on a custom set of KW struts and shocks in the rear. So KW are our partners who supply our Nismo, our new Z coilover set. So we did a custom Safari set. They build a lot of Safari kits, so these guys know it. And then that's paired with pretty much all of our Nismo suspension components, like upper and lower control arms, all the links, to get all the adjustability. They're all fully adjustable, so we could dial in the alignment and get it spot on.
Yeah, so then this package is not just for the looks. It is actually functional.
Absolutely.
Do you know how much higher it is than stock by any chance? Okay. It's just raised.
Yeah, it's about 2 inches where it's dialed in now. I mean, they're coil, we can adjust it a bit, but I think it's right about 2 inches. And then you get a bit of additional height from the tires.
Got it. Okay.
So as you can see the stance, especially when you look in the rear.
It is actually a lot of ride height.
Yeah,
I mean, it's higher than a lot of crossovers and SUVs now. No, I'm legitimately. So then, and those are Nismo parts too?
Are Nismo lug nuts.
Nismo lug nuts. It's cool. It is a 225, 65, 17 square setup. I think it looks really good. It is, I mean, it just has the right look. Love the mud flaps so much. I think they're super cool. They look just like the ones on the 240Z. This is
outside,
really neat.
But I think going to the inside.
That is so cool.
The original car had its spares lashed down in the luggage compartment, so we felt we should do the same thing.
That is really
And then you
neat.
can see the harness bar that's in there for the...
Harness bar, matching harness bar.
Yep.
Looks really nice. Full size spare with the wheel. Love that. Love all of the decals. Some that are inspired from the original livery, and some that are new. You have like this is inspired from the other original livery. This is really cool. This is what it's going to, which is the SEMA show.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Nissan for Nissan, right? 23 Nissan.
Yep.
That is super cool. What does this stuff mean?
That was on the original car. I think that was a registration number for the rally or something like that. So, you know, so some of these things are just, you know, fun.
Got it.
Fun original
You
ideas.
got mobile one instead of Shell.
Yep, because our partners at ExxonMobil who support us and Yokohama, of course.
Right, instead of Dunlop. And then you actually still have Seiko on here.
Yeah, we do. So, and the interesting thing about this, we've actually done a partnership with Seiko to launch a commemorative limited edition Safari Z Seiko watch, which will be going on sale when the SEMA show kicks off. So limited to 240 pieces as an homage to the 240.
I can't wait to see it. So does it look similar to this?
Yeah, it picks up the colors. Like it's got like a NATO strap, so it's got blue, red, black, and blue face. So yeah, kind of did it to, and it's got 23 for Nissan. So
that's neat. I love this. I love the fact that this is a manual transmission car, just like the 240Z.
Love manuals, right? Got to have that. And you know, manual rear wheel drive, just like the original. Obviously a lot more power. You know, the stock engine, of course, is 400 horsepower. This one has our catback exhaust that I mentioned, our cold air intake. And then we had our partners at AMS tune it. So it's making north of 450 horsepower conservatively. So yeah. Just a extra little bump.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the engine bay in a second. But I love all the little touches, including the map.
Yeah.
And the stopwatches. I think that is super cool. It's a really good tribute to the original.
Yeah, and one of the things I really liked was the seats.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Not only, you know, these Recaro pole positions are fantastic seats, but then doing the custom trimming with the black vents here. For anybody who knows 240s, you might remember the 240s with the seat vents, so that was a little nod to that.
That is really neat. I love that. I see that the light controls are here too in the middle.
Yep, so all of our switches for our lights.
All functional.
Yep.
Simple, straight to the point, all functional. Love that.
Should we take a look underneath?
Yeah.
The VR30 DDTT with a few little Nismo touches, our carbon fiber engine cover, cold air intake kit as I mentioned, and some tuning work, which you can't see, but it's there.
It's really cool that you guys are doing this as a project. I've seen people build 350s and 370Zs into Safari vehicles, and I've also seen a couple of those turn into real rally cars.
Yeah, for sure. You know, we've got people out that we know that we work with who've done it. Yeah, I mean, I've seen that it's a movement, and we thought, like, why not? We've got a great story here to tell with Nissan's heritage and Nissan Datsun heritage of racing rally Zs as rally cars. And I think if people love this, and we see that there's, people are like, yeah, I want one. Great, we'll build this kit and sell it. So guys can go out and do their own 370 or new Nissan Z Safari cars.
Yeah, it looks so good. I just love it.
Yeah, I'm delighted with how it's turned out.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks for letting us check it out.
Yeah, appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, we're gonna do a couple rolling shots here in the desert. We're just on this dry lake bed, and this is pretty much where these live. You know, this is perfect for it. It doesn't need that much suspension travel to go flat out over this, you know, but I mean, that's the point. You know, you're on this really hard packed dry lake bed. I just think it looks so cool. The texture, love that it's gonna get a little dirty before the show.
Yeah, the real deal.
Amazing. Cool. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Larry.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to support us directly, go to larrychenprints.com. I print and sign every single one of these. This is the perfect gift, or it's the perfect piece of art for your wall.